go ahead and talk about the different sets that can be easily defined in case of the number system. So first of all, we can have natural numbers. Natural numbers are all those numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. The second that we can have is known as whole numbers. Now, whole numbers are very similar to natural numbers, other than the fact that they include an additional item right there, which is 0. So they start from 0 and they go all the way to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. Then we have integers. Integers basically are negative numbers, 0, and positive numbers. So these are known as integers. Then we have rational numbers. Anything which is of the form P by Q, where Q is not equal to 0, it is known as a rational number. So these are the set of all rational numbers. Note that when I talk about integers like -4, it can also be written as the form of a rational number, -4 by 1. When I talk about the positive natural numbers like 5, this can also be written as rational number, 5 by 1. 0 can also be written as a rational number, 0 by 1. So any natural number can be written in the form of a rational number. It can be written in the P by Q form, where Q is not equal to 0. Similarly, any whole number, because it is nothing but natural numbers and 0 added to it, can also be written in the form of rational numbers, P by Q, where Q is not equal to 0. Similarly, any integer number can also be written in the form of a rational number. So imagine where we started. We started with natural numbers. We added a 0 to it and it became whole numbers. We added negative numbers to it and it became integers. So natural numbers. We added 0 to it and it became whole number. We added negative numbers to it and it became integer. And all these still integers because they can be represented in P by Q form, along with some things which are not integers like half, like 10 by 4. These are fractions, together form rational numbers. Now we have something which are irrational numbers. Irrational numbers are basically the numbers which cannot be represented in P by Q form, like √2, like pi, which has a value 22 by 7 approximately, right? √2, √3, these are all irrational numbers. Now, rational numbers plus irrational numbers together form your real numbers. Then we have something which is known as complex numbers. These are the numbers which are in iota form, which is imaginary. Like for example, -√2, -√4. When you find root of a negative number, it is equivalent to saying that I am finding √4 into -1 under root. And this is known as iota. So this becomes 2 iota, right? So whenever we have imaginary numbers, they are actually part of complex numbers. So let's see what we understood till now. We understood that we have natural numbers, which is the smallest set. We can add 0 to it and it becomes whole number. We can add negative numbers to it and it becomes integers represented by Z. Then we can add fractions to it and it becomes rational numbers represented by Q. Then we have irrational numbers represented by Q bar. Q and Q bar together form real numbers represented by R. Then we have imaginary numbers represented by I, and real plus imaginary number together form complex number. So this is how our number system looks. Each has an alphabet associated to it. So N is natural, W is whole number, Z is integer, Q is rational number, Q bar irrational number, R real number, I imaginary number, and C complex number. Okay. Set equality. To understand set equality,